Well, hey everybody, and welcome back to Kiki's Kitchen. This is really kind of the last part of the dinner that I'm preparing. That is my St. Patrick's Day dinner for tonight, and it's called Colcannon Potatoes, and it's really a very, very easy and very delicious dish. This is going to be a quick one. First off, here are my mashed potatoes, and they're mashed just however you mash your potatoes. If anybody needs to know how to do that, I can certainly do a quick little video on it, but I just boiled them in salted water with about 3 whole cloves of garlic. I used actually a russet bacon potato, which isn't always the best potato to use for mashed potatoes. A Yukon Gold is kind of better. Sometimes the red potatoes, which you don't even have to peel those. But I had russet potatoes, and you learn to adapt. So typically the only difference is they're a little bit drier, so you just put in a little bit more butter. And when I do it with butter, I do it with cream, and I do it with Duke's mayonnaise, salt and pepper, and mash it up. So they're just mashed potatoes, period. Now what we're doing over here is I've got some scallion onions that I am going to cut up here and get going in this frying pan. Now in my Dutch oven here, really is what it is. This is, and what I have in there, if you hear the sizzle, is bacon grease. I did my bacon in the oven earlier today because that's just such a simple way to do it. And I'm also making a wedge salad, so I needed some bacon for that too. So it was just an easy way to do a lot of bacon at one time. And then I took the bacon grease off of the cookie sheet, because when I do it on foil, so I don't have to wash the cookie sheet. And put it in the pan, and here we are now. So these are scallion onions I'm putting in here. Here we go. And maybe a couple more. It's been a busy, busy day. It's been a beautiful day though. And I actually got to clean my patio off, my porch. And we'll get to sit out there tonight. I'm looking forward to that. It hasn't been warm enough really to do that, so I am looking forward to that. All right, so that's it. Then I'm going to I have a small head of cabbage here, and if you can see, the sun is setting over there, so that's why the light is so bad, but you see the core there. So what I tell you to do is cut it into half and then into quarters, and then go in on an angle and go in after that core and cut it out. We'll do that on both sides. That core is just, it won't kill you to eat it, but it's just really tough. You don't want to eat that. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut it up into small pieces, because we're going to mix this ultimately in with our mashed potatoes. I know that sounds weird, but trust me, it's really good. So I went lengthwise and then spun it around and went the other way. So I've got little pieces. And I'm going to drop this in with my onions and bacon grease. I'm going to turn that up just a touch. We've made corned beef and cabbage and carrots, and that's in the we did that yesterday. So see, I'm going to go this way lengthwise. Hold on a second. And then I'm going to spin it this way and go across this way. So yesterday we made corned beef and cabbage and carrots and onions, which is in the oven right now, covered and heating. And then we made a grasshopper pie, so it was green. And then we made a cake, an Oreo cookie cake. And we made that icing green. And now we're making these Colcannon potatoes, so we'll have, and we also made a little sauce, a little Thousand Island ranch sauce. Hang on, let me get a spoon. There we go. And we're just going to, and you know, this wilts down quite a bit. This is not a big head of cabbage that I have, so I will, yeah, it might be, you know, and this is all subjective. I mean, you know, put in as much as you want. But you really, you know, I know it sounds weird, but it's fried cabbage and bacon grease with mashed potatoes. It's really good. You really should try it. I think this will probably be quite enough. Although, you know, like most greens, whenever you cook them, they cook way down. But that looks good to me. So, I'm going to stir this up a little bit. I'm going to add some salt and pepper, of course. That's to taste, as much as you like. But remember, it always looks like I'm using so much pepper. I know it does. But, you know, pepper, when you've got a big amount of food like this, salt, I go sparingly. Pepper, it's not hot. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that cook down for a minute. And I'll be back with you as soon as it's nice and tender. Okay, so we're back. Ooh, it looked like my mouth wasn't matching up with my words. I hate it when that happens. So here it is. And you can see it's cooked down and it's tender. It's not mush. I don't want mush. It's tender. So it's going to have a little bit of bite to it. We're going to keep cooking it for just a second. And to that, of course, we're going to add some bacon. Bacon always makes things more better. So I'm just chopping this bacon. And then I'm going to put it into my cabbage. And then I'm going to mix that into my potatoes. And my company just walked in the door, so who knows, maybe you'll get to see them. Hang on one second and let me get this finished. Ow! See, I got ahead of myself. Alright, there we go. So now all the bacon just goes right into your pan. And we're going to, and I'm sorry that they're being very quiet. I can tell you that. This is not the group of friends that I know and love. Trust me. They're usually the ratties in the back. And they will be as soon as I shut this camera off, I assure you. Okay. So now we've got, it's all done there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this out. And take this cabbage mixture and put it right down into my mashed potatoes. And I'm going to stir these up, and I'm going to actually put them in a baking dish so that they can stay nice and warm until we get ready for them. But as you can see, we're just going to stir them in. And voila, there you have it. I will have a still picture of what they look like when they come out of the oven. along with everything else that we've made. So be looking for it. Have a great night. I know I'm going to. Bye.